Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Nendoroid Transformers Optimus Prime G1 version. He's number 1765 in the line. And we'll go ahead and put the figure off to the side and look at the box, which yes, it is a much more red G1 style box because, well, Autobox came in red boxes. You got a picture of Optimus there, the print of his name there on the window, Nendoroid series and all that stuff. And, well, it says Optimus Prime, which is interesting because it's a Japanese thing, so you think it's a convoy, but no. It says Optimus Prime because they're also doing that weird synergy thing or whatever. And it's all Sentinel toys. And up top here, you got Optimus right there. You got more shots of Optimus there on the side. You got Optimus and Megatron there on this side. On the bottom, you have another shot of Optimus and licensed by Hasbro. And on the back, you have more product shots and warnings. And, of course, a sticker because this was from the Good Smile US shop. Also comes with a little, I guess, pamphlet instruction thingy. Which shows everything it comes with and all that stuff. So, in English, that's the thing. Yeah. Optimus. Nendo Optimus. Looking very cross right now. There we go. Yeah. So, Nendo Optimus. He's quite interesting. I really like him, obviously, but yeah, once again, Nendoroid Optimus. This is the second Optimus Nendo, the first one being the Bumblebee movie Optimus. But yeah, this is a very G1 Optimus here. You can see, yeah, I got a lot of details right. You can see the blue helmet, silver, with the night blue eyes here, the silver crest thing here. You get the windows and grill lab and yellow on there, and the silver vents, little gas tanks, blue fists, Autobot symbol, smokestacks, all that stuff. Even got little wheels molded on, little tiny wheels. Even got the little backpack and everything, and the silver stripe, and also even the little blue butt plate. Yeah, so it's got all the stuff he's supposed to, although very much in a very chibi, super deformed style as per Nendo's usual. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Pretty nice looking overall. I like it. Even got a little ridge detailing right there. Yeah, unfortunately, the antenna can't move in any real way, so that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I do like it, honestly. Yeah, so it's a kind of a weird thing. It's like, it is that super deformed thing. So like, this is going to turn people off. The fact you can't transform will turn some people off. As if you're honestly expecting this to transform, that's not how Nendo does things. One thing, again, much like the Megatron, feels kind of weirdly hollow and harder than other Nendos. Again, just bringing in Maki here. The typical Nendo feels like it has a bit of a softer plastic and feels thicker, but I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things, but that's what it feels like. Not like it's cheaper, it just feels like it's built different. Probably because of the, again, articulation that they have that other Nendos don't. So that's a thing. I'll get back to that later. But yeah, he does come with accessories. Technically more than the Megatron, but he doesn't come with an alternate face, which makes sense. I mean, what else are you going to do here unless maybe do a weird battle damaged face or something, which you could do, but I don't know. Be kind of weird. Yeah, he's got himself with a bunch of hands, and of course his axe, which makes me disappointed that the Megatron didn't come with the mace. I wish it came with the mace or something now, because now, well, this is a thing that's usually got a little stubby version of his gun, which is kind of adorable. And see, he's got beyond his closed fists there that come with him. He's got a set of splayed open hands, 2 of them for each arm. He's got 2 gun holding hands for each hand. Although it comes backwards. And he's got 2 pointing hands, because he's got a command. So they're all things. And of course, swapping them is really easy. You just, pop off the peg. It's on pegs, so just pop off, and then you just pop another hand on. Although I will say this gun holding hand right here for the left hand is at least a little loose. But this gun holding hand, then you can just pop the gun in. There you go. And the axe is pretty similar story. Just pop that off. And again, peg, so it just pops right in. Pretty simple. Got him arm him up. You can have him point. And so on and so forth. Yeah. Articulation, though, again, this Nendoroid has more articulation than typical Nendo to probably make up for the low count accessory count. His head is on a ball joint, so you got left and right and up and down. It's kind of weirdly squeaky. And, a bit of waggle, but kind of thanks to sculpting, not a whole lot, but he's got a bit. Shoulders can move full 360, although, again, head kind of gets in the way because of its sheer size. That's kind of the top part for the course for Nendos, but it does have that. It does have outward again, though. Smokestacks do get in the way. However, the smokestacks can swivel, so that gives you a little bit more that you might not have otherwise. But yeah, this is pretty much the max you're going to get before, it's just banging into each other. You do have a bicep swivel just on a peg, so you can swap parts, I guess, but it's going to be a little weird. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, you got the bicep swivel. Elbows, about 90 degrees of bend. You got a wrist swivel thanks to the fact of the pegging system. Right there, though, again, this one is kind of loose. This particular hand is kind of loose, unfortunately. And here in the torso, you have this ball joint mid ab torso ball joint thing. So he's got a lot of wiggle there. So you got forward and back and side to side there, and he's also got the waist swivel. There's no hip plate, so hips are kind of limited. You got pretty much that far forward and that far back, and this far outward and inward. You do have a bit of a swivel thanks to the ball joint is on. Knees are about that far in a range, and the ankles are on ball joint, so you got tilt and forward and back, and a little bit of side to side, and a little less limited down in the feet than Megatron's thanks to sculpting, but yeah. Oop. And of course, he comes with this display stand, which he doesn't actually need. That's the thing about most Nendos have these little tiny feet. These, because they have the big old honking feet, they can stand without them, so that's pretty great. But just because it's just how you do Nendos, they come with the stands anyway. But anyway, comparison real quick. Just here he is with Megatron. And this is kind of highlights the weird thing which people were complaining about, I think, with Megatron, which is you see Megatron feels like he's got a full-size face for a chibi body, and versus, he's got this massive helmet and kind of a smaller face. You can see the eye heights are different. So that kind of changes the perception, whereas this kind of comes across cute. This comes across as a little weird. So I think that's where the perception comes from. So just looking at that. But honestly, pretty decent actually. Again, so this is about $55 or so, depending where you get it. $50 to $60, somewhere in that range. It's going to cost you the same whether or not, at this point, depending, for the most part, it's going to cost you the same whether or not you import from Japan or buy it domestically in the US. Don't know about where else. Thing is, $55. He is roughly in line with most Nendos in price, maybe actually somewhat cheaper. He does not come with a whole lot of accessories, and most of them are just hand swaps. No alternate faceplates or anything. No, but he does have way more articulation than Nendos. Most Nendos. Most Nendos do not have this level of articulation, other than at this point the G1 Megatron, and I'm guessing the other G1 Nendos that are coming in, like Starscream, and I'm not sure about the Bumblebee movie ones. I think those are articulated, but I don't have them, so I can't confirm. But yeah, so he does make up for the lack of accessories with this more articulation, so that's something. So $55, I personally think it's worth it, but I know a lot of people really don't like Transformers. They don't transform, and this one does not transform. So for those people, this is definitely a skip. If you like, and some people, the chibi, super deformed art style kind of puts them off, which, okay, fine. That's your prerogative. But if you look at this and you like it, I think it's worth picking up. He feels overall, kind of lighter than most Nendos, but still fairly solidly built. And he's pretty posable. He looks pretty good in a lot of poses. And if you can work around with some of the limitations just due to sculpting, I think you can get him looking pretty good on the shelf. There's of course also the black Nemesis Prime repaint is also out, so as a thing, if you like. But I just like it, and I think it just looks pretty neat. So that's it, I think. I think it's worth picking up, but some of the stuff about him might dissuade you. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.